Hello, today we are going to take a look at question 539, minimum time difference. In this problem, we are given a list of 24-hour clock time points in hour-minutes format, and we need to find the minimum minutes difference between any two time points in the list. Let's take a look at example 1. So the time 23 hours 59 minutes and 0 hour 0 minute is 1 minute. Note the number of time points in the given list is at least 2 and won't exceed 20,000. The input time is legal and ranges from 0 hour 0 minutes to 23 hour 59 minutes. Okay, so how are we going to solve this problem? First, let's take a look. To solve this problem, there is no algorithm to apply, just the procedures. So first, we will need to, so we are given a list, right? So we will need to convert all the time into minutes, and put it into our new list. Then we sort them. So first, minutes time list, minutes time list. Minutes time list. So second, we sort our list, sort our minutes time list. So third, we get adjacent difference in our sorted list. And then we find the minimum difference. So this is how we are going to get our answer. Okay, so it's step by step. Then let's take a look at how to do each steps. So first step, to create our minimum time, to create our minute time list. Minute time list. Okay. To do that, first we have to know how many minutes in a day. So this formula tells us it's 1440 minutes in a day. Okay, so we first create a magic number called day minutes 1440. Okay, why we need to do this? Because sometimes we need to use this value to get the difference, because the difference is not just simply minus sometimes. Okay, so the second step is, after we get this, there are two exceptions we have to consider. So let's see. The first exception is that the list we are given has all the numbers, all the time points in a day. So if that is the case, then there must be two duplicated time points in that list. Therefore, we will just return 0 since there are two time points. They are exactly the same, so there's no difference. So the minimum difference is 0. And there's another problem, is that if the time length of the time points is 1, so that what will happen is that so there's only one time point, therefore we return day minutes since there's no other time points after that one, so there's no, that is not a good case. But now I look at this sentence, it says the number of time points in the given list is at least 2, therefore I don't think we need this exception. Okay, let's moving on. So now we are going to create our list, new list with time, and we need to create a variable which is our answer, eventually is the minimum difference. So the minimum difference, we first give it the biggest number as possible, so we give it this. Now it's time to put our time points, convert them and put it in all times. So we iterate through the time points. So first we have to deal with one exception, which is the time is equals to 0, 0 of 0, 0. So at that time we should not give 0 to append 0 to our new list. Instead, we have to append the day minutes. The reason why is because we need the minimum difference. Therefore, when it comes to 0, we use that. We can, if we use 0, which the result we get will not be the minimum. Therefore, we need to choose another expression of this time, which is the day minutes. So it's like how to say it? It's like 12 p.m. is exactly the same as 0 a.m. So after this, we just continue things all process. So this time has been processed. So if the time is not this, we need to extract the hour and the minutes out from our time, which we split it by symbol this. So we get our hour and minute number. Then how are we going to convert it to minute? So we all know 1 hour consists of 60 minutes, and add the minute, so we get the converted form. Now we add this into our new list. Okay, so our new list have the converted time. Okay, now it is time for us to sort it. So after we sorted it, we have to iterate it one more time, since so we have already finished step 1 and step 2, and now we need to do step 3, which is we have to get the adjacent difference. So the way we get it is we just iterate through it and keep getting the adjacent difference, and then we compare this adjacent difference with the minimum difference. So if it's smaller than the minimum difference will be replaced by this difference. So in that case, so the minimum difference will get smaller and smaller, then eventually we'll get the smallest difference. Okay, now after this, can we just return minimum difference? The reason is, so the answer is we can't. Why? Because the minimum difference we get, so we sorted the new list, but there's one more thing we have to check, which could be the minimum. So the smallest time, for example, it's, let's say 1, and the biggest, let's say let's say 10. So we get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 7. So there will be a case the difference between this is not solved. So it's the smallest. I don't know how to give you an example, but sometimes that will be the case when you convert those time into time minutes list. So sometimes this will be the case. Therefore, there's one thing we need to do is we need to get the difference between the first number and the last number of our new list. And of course, sometimes the time is, and sometimes the number is not. So if we get the number simply, sometimes it is not the case. Therefore, we need to add the day minutes, since it's already I don't know, because we need to get the minimum minutes difference. Therefore, we need to check this. So after this, now we can start return. So if this t is bigger than 0, usually it will be bigger than 0, it will, but usually it won't. Smaller than minimum difference. So else we will just return minimum difference, of course. Yes, so the tricky thing is a lot of people, they forget to check this step. So I'll think of an example of why you have to check this example. So So we have already sorted the minimum list, and it's from the smallest to the biggest. But if we minus it and plus day minutes, yes, because sometimes, for example, so day minutes is 1440. So for example, the first number is 1 and the last number is 1440. So we know, so 143, no, just 1440. So we know this is very small, so their difference is very small. So I'll make it clear. For example, the smallest number in our list is 1, the biggest is 1440. So we know the difference between these two is 1, right? So it could be the smallest difference. But if we just check the adjacent difference, we will miss it. So for example, the second number, we get like 3 and 4, 5, you name it. Then we will get the minimum numbers too, but the truth is the difference between the smallest number and the biggest number is our minimum difference. Therefore, we have to consider this.